Hi guys. Hello. How's it going? What's up? How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. It's dark, as you can see. It's evening time. I'm feeling pretty sleepy right now because I just had dinner. What did I have for dinner? I had I've gone back to my my normal tofu dinner. I put it on a vlog at one point or something. I would like make a angel hair cabbage salad with a really yummy Japanese mayo dressing, sesame oil, soy sauce, rice vinegar dressing, and then medium firm tofu with like soy sauce and a bunch of other stuff, and then rice. So that's what I had. And yeah, I'm a little late. I was supposed to film this on Sunday. Today is Tuesday because the past couple days have been a little bit busy, and yeah, I just didn't have the space or the time to film this. So here we are now doing this. Welcome. I have some peppermint tea. Okay, I'm gonna try and make this one not as long this time. I know I said that last time, but for real this time, I'm kind of, as you guys can probably tell, not really in the mood to Google too much this time around. I'm just gonna go through what I learned, review a little bit, and then we're gonna call that good. That's all I can really muster for this week. And then we'll go again next week, see where we are. Okay, so yeah, this first day, this is from same podcast, the Japanese with Masa Sensei episode 15 and 16, which I think was like verbs and a bunch of new vocab. So let's go through, shall we? We got tabemasu, tabemasu, to eat, nomimasu, to drink, kaimasu, to buy, kaimasu. To smoke is tabako o, so tabako is cigarettes, tabako o suimasu, tabako o suimasu. To take is toimasu, toimasu. Is that right? See, okay, I'm not gonna I just want to double check stuff, you know? Because sometimes, you know, I write it down, I copy what I hear in the podcast or whatever, and then when I review it, I'm like, did I spell that wrong or something? I don't want to be doing the wrong thing. Toimasu. I didn't say that. Wait. Torimasu. What was I saying? Torimasu. That's a ri. Torimasu. No, that sounds more familiar. Where's my pen? Torimasu. Torimasu is to take. Okay. That is a ri. Not an E. Okay, and then kikimasu. Kikimasu is to listen. Kakimasu is to write. Mimasu is to watch or to see something. Mimasu. Shimasu is to do something. Undoshimasu. Undoshimasu is to exercise. Undoshimasu. Yeah. For some reason, me saying this stuff, the what is it called? The intonation? Is that a word? Of how I'm saying it doesn't sound right. So, yeah. take my pronunciations with a grain of salt. I feel like I know how to pronounce things. Intonation, that's the word. I feel like I know how to pronounce things pretty well, like things that I've heard before, because I can just mimic what I've heard. But for new words, like undo shimasu, undo shimasu, undo shimasu, I'm less sure. Okay, so to start something is hajimemasu, hajimemasu. To finish is owarimasu, owarimasu. The word for meal or rice is gohan. So that's that word gohan. I gotta start learning the kanji as well. That's like on my list, because I'm sure the kanji for gohan is obviously gotta be very recognizable. So you have asa gohan, which is morning meal, which is breakfast, hiru gohan, which is lunch, and ban gohan, which is dinner. Which I have right here. So breakfast, asa gohan, lunch, hiru gohan, dinner, ban gohan. And then pan is bread, tamago is egg, niku is meat, sakana is fish, yasai is veggies. I always mix up yasai and yasui. Yasui is cheap, I think. Yasui, cheap. Yasai, veggies, yasui, cheap. Fruit is kudamono, kudamono, kudamono. Coffee is kohi. Black tea is golcha? Golcha? I thought it was kolcha. Golcha. Did I spell that wrong? Black tea in Japanese. Kolcha. I spelled that wrong. Yeah, oopsie. Kolcha. Yeah, black tea. Okay, so takeaway. Imagine the where's it? The little tick tick isn't there. Kolcha. Okay. And then mizu is water. Biru is beer. Sake is alcohol. Kutsu is shoes. Hana is flower. Kusuri is medicine. For alcohol, so sake obviously is sake, like the type of alcohol, but sake in Japanese is like for everything, for all alcohol. And I think there's another, okay, I said I wasn't going to Google stuff, but here I go. Sorry. What is sake called? Japanese. So sake. Nihonshu. Okay. Okay, so sake, the word sake is for all of alcohol, but the drink sake, the fermented rice wine, is nihonshu. I wonder if you did call it sake, if people would know what you're talking about. Nihonshu. Yeah. Okay, the more you know. Let me look at this actually. Blah, 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 blah. So shu is alcohol or wine, so that's that kanji. that's like on the sake bottles and stuff. Japanese liquor. Nihonshu. Yeah, because Nihon is Japan. Okay. So yeah, I guess specifically sake is just that. Nihonshu. Okay. Makes sense, I suppose. That's funny though. Just the Japanese word for alcohol is that the Japanese alcohol, or how we know it as. Okay, moving on. Letter is tegami. Tegami. Movie is eayh. Eayh. Photo is shashin. Music is ongaku. And then I have a couple phrases here. So, 写真を撮ります. 写真を撮ります. So, 撮ります is to take. 写真を撮ります. Take a photo. Yeah. The action of taking a photo, I guess. 日曜日に okay, so I was a little bit confused here because I think in the podcast she just said 日曜日のに and then blah 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 blah, but I thought I remembered from like older, I don't know, study sessions and stuff that ni has to come after specific things. It doesn't have to come after other things. So I googled it, and apparently if the rule is if you can mark it on a calendar, use particle ni. So that includes like time, like specific hours, stuff like that. But if it's relative time, like mainichi, which is every day, then you don't use ni. So if instead of saying nichiyoubi, so let me just read the sentence. 日曜日に友達と映画を見ます. So on Sunday, me with my friend, we watched a movie. So if I said 毎日友達と映画を見ます, then I'm saying every day I watch a movie with my friend. I wouldn't need ni. But because nichiyobi is Sunday, which is, you know, a specific point in time, it needs ni. So if I were to say like, I go to school at 9 a.m., I would say 9時に学校に? Could I use ni again there? I want to say no, because if you're going there, that's not an action that's happening there. So I could use 学校へ because e is for direction, if we remember. Sorry, what did I say? 9時に学校へ行きます. Then I need the ni there because 9 o'clock is a specific point in time. 9時に学校へ行きます. Yeah. Right. I think I can say ni there too. I'm pretty sure it was ni and e, which were the, yeah, it's the target particle. Remember? 9時に学校に行きます. Sorry, fuck. Sorry, that's my reminder to look away. 9時に学校に. But would it be weird to use ni twice there? Dunno. We will learn at a later date, I'm sure. But anywho, yes. Particle ni for specific time that you can write down on a calendar. Relative time, you don't need to use ni. In fact, I wonder if it's weird to use ni. Let me just Google that real quick. Is it wrong to use ni after mainichi? Mainichi. It's not wrong, but it's unnecessary and grammatically incorrect. Okay, ni comes after. Oh. So, okay, so 毎日学校に行きます。I go to school every day. 鉛筆は机の上にありました。Okay. 大学に新しい。This is because I naturally. Okay, so. It's not really. When to use ni for time. Days of the week, numerical time expressions, and months. Not after time expressions defined relative to the present moment, such as today and tomorrow, every day, the word when. So that's what I said. That's basically. Ooh, can't read kanji. You should use ni when the time word means a particular time. Not when the word implies a period. Is this kyo? I don't know, I can't read kanji. But this is the kanji for now, and this is the kanji for day. Right? Did I guess that right? Kyo. Yeah! Fuck yeah. I'm learning. Okay. Okay, anyway, sorry. Said I wasn't gonna Google things, but here I am. Okay, moving on. Tamago o kudasai. Tamago o kudasai. So, o kudasai is asking for something. There's a difference between using kudasai and onegai shimasu. I would need to be refreshed on that, but I watched like a video at one point that described the difference between the two, and from what I understand, and I'll learn more about this later, I'm sure, is that kudasai is, and I think there are exceptions to what I'm about to say, but it's basically like somebody is giving you something, like an object or something like that, and then onegai shimasu is more for like service or like less tangible things, maybe. But then I don't know how that works, because you could say, well, if somebody like offers you something, you could say hai onegai shimasu, but then maybe that's more pertaining to like them doing the service of giving you the thing. I don't know. But yeah, there's basically the two words kudasai and onegai shimasu for please. Affirmative, yes, please. And I guess when it comes to objects or asking for things, it's typically kudasai, I want to say. But maybe I'll just Google it real quick. Just versus, here we go. Just like a, okay. Both kudasai and onegai shimasu can mean please. Kudasai is more casual use for requests for items or actions you feel entitled to, while onegai shimasu is more formal. Okay, that feels right. I do feel like onegai shimasu is, you know, more more formal. So kudasai comes from the word which literally means to give. Kudas. Okay. Okay, so stern but not rude. Kudasai. Okay, so it's a humble command to give something to you. That makes sense. Onegai shimasu is more polite because the O is honorific. Okay, shimasu. To do, which can mean want, beg, wish. If you're trying to be super humble, you say onegai itashimasu. Interesting. So onegai shimasu is literally saying either I'd like that or I beg of you. Yeah. Okay, no, that makes a lot of sense. So kudasai is more politely commanding somebody to do something or give you something. I guess assuming that they would, or they were, you know, they're fine with doing that. And onegai shimasu is more like, please do that for me. Or that would be nice, please, thank you. Very much more formally. It's subtle, you know? But I guess it's one of those things that you just, you know, you use it and you hear it in the language and then you kind of pick up on when it makes sense, you know? That's just how I feel about it, I feel like. Okay. Anyways. Akemasu. Akemashita is I gave. Akemasu is give. I'm giving to you. Kuremasu is you give to me. Kuremashita, you gave to me something. Anata wa watashi ni pen o kuremasu. Anata wa watashi ni pen o kuremasu. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then I didn't even write what episodes this was, but it was the next couple episodes, so I would think 17 and 18. Okay, and then okay, so this was mashou. So tabemashou is let's eat. Nomimashou is let's drink. Drink. I wrote let's eat twice. That's nice. More phrases using the mashou. Ongaku wo kikimashou. Let's listen to music. Tegami wo kakimashou. Let's write a letter. Issho ni tennisu wo shimashou. Together, tennis, let's do it. Because apparently when you're playing something, like last week I was looking at how to play a game, or saying I played a game, you say you do a game, and that's the same with playing tennis, or like a sport, or I guess tennis is kind of a game, so tennisu wo shimashou. Let's play tennis. Nihongo wo benkyou shimashou. Nihongo wo benkyou shimashou. Let's study Japanese. And then some more nouns. Jugyo. Is that right? Did I spell that right? 授業 授業 class, yeah.
Class.
Okay. 授業 okay, yeah. That's right. Is class. 図書館 is library. And then house is uchi or eayh. Either or. Oh, and then I wrote those again. I find, because I'm just copying down the notes, she has like description notes with each episode, and sometimes she repeats them, so I guess I just copy that down again. But again, why not? To start something is 始めます 始めます To end something is 終わります To borrow is 借ります 借ります which is different from taking 取ります Taking is 取ります Borrowing is 借ります Okay. Teaching is 教えます I think of like if you want somebody to show you something, you say 教えて which is the te form, which is I guess requests and stuff. 教えて I want to see, let me show me. So it's like teach me, I guess. And then read is 読みます 読みます To speak is 話します話します Money is お金お金 And then, yeah, she talks about the particle de in an episode. So we looked at that that chart and like Googled it a little bit last time. But yeah, so de you use as when describing a means of doing or delivering something. Or when you're describing doing an action at a location. So I think you put it after the location and then before the verb or whatever. So we have 学校で勉強します So 学校で 学校 is school. De, I use particle de because I'm about to say that I'm going to do something at the school. 学校で勉強します And then we have 銀行でお金を借ります So at the bank, I'm going to borrow money. 銀行でお金を借ります The verb always comes at the end. And then we have 図書館で本を読みますか図書館で at the library 本を book 読みますか Do you read? Do you read book at the library? And then どこで話しますかどこで話しますか So de, I guess, can also work when the location is unknown, when you're asking where you're going to do an action. Wait. Sorry. I didn't even read this. I just saw ha, and then I'm like, oh, speak. 働きます。働きますか Which is to work. Where do you work? What I was saying was 話します which is to speak. So, どこで働きますか Where do you work? And that's all. That's all I did this week, which is not as much as other weeks, but that's okay. I'll do more this week and learn more and keep going because it is a journey. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Happy April, everyone. And that's it. Goodbye. Talk to you guys next week with more Japanese.